Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite Town Hall 18 Fireball Smash attacks in Legend League. If you're looking for a consistent strategy to push trophies, this one is definitely worth trying. First, let's take a look at the army composition. For the heroes, the Barbarian King is using the Snake Bracelet and Spiky Ball. The Archer Queen has the Action Figure and the Giant Arrow. The Grand Warden is of course using the Fireball with the Rage Gem. This is the core of the strategy. And finally, the Royal Champion is equipped with the Electro Boots and the Rocket Spear. Now for the army. We have 3 Meteor Golems to tank the damage, 5 Throwers as our main damage dealers, 5 Healers to keep the army alive, 2 Headhunters for enemy heroes, 3 Coco Loons to check for traps, 1 Furnace for funneling, plus a Wall Breaker and a few cleanup troops. Moving on to the spells, we're bringing 4 invisibility spells, 2 earthquakes, and 1 ice block. The ice block makes the fireball setup much safer, especially if something doesn't go exactly as planned. We also have 3 totems and 1 poison spell. Inside the clan castle, I'm taking 3 more throwers with a troop launcher, plus 1 overgrowth spell and 1 rage spell. You can use a super yeti instead of the throwers, but honestly, I recommend sticking with the throwers. They've been much more consistent for me in Legend League. Alright, that's the army setup. Now let's jump straight into the attack, and I'll explain every step along the way. Let's go. Alright, this is a pretty strange base layout. There are a couple of good fireball opportunities, but I decide to target this Rage Tower compartment. Then I notice I can actually do a quick fireball setup. Before committing, I send in 1 archer to check for a hidden Tesla. No Tesla pops up. 1, 2, 3, boom. What a beautiful fireball value. It also creates a perfect funnel. I drop the furnace to distract the enemy clan castle troops. No time to waste. Send the army. Meteor Golem goes in first to tank, followed by the throwers and the troop launcher and apprentice warden. The Coco Loons protect the healers from seeking air mines. The wall breaker opens the monolith compartment. At the 6 o'clock side, I deploy the king and queen. I activate the queen's ability to help create a clean path, guiding the main army straight into the core. Always check which way the fire spitter is facing before starting your attack. Trust me, it's one of the most dangerous defenses. Then I place the overgrowth on the back-end defenses. I drop a totem to distract the guardian and send in the headhunters to eliminate the enemy minion prince. Meanwhile, the king and queen handle the revenge tower compartment. Royal champion from the 3 o'clock side. I use her ability early so she can snipe key defenses from long range and help the heroes push deeper into the base. Perfect timing. The overgrowth expires. The Royal Champion immediately takes out the fire spitter, and I notice she's being targeted by defenses, so I quickly use an invisibility spell to keep her alive. I drop another totem to distract the remaining defenses. And just look at that. Our army is still healthy. I didn't even need to use the king's ability, and that's a comfortable, safe 3-star. Alright, let's move on to the next attack. This is another tricky base with 2 invisibility compartments. I decide to take one of them with a quick fireball. Using 3 invisibility spells, I'll save one to protect the Grand Warden just in case a hidden Tesla pops up. Ready? One, 2, 3. Wow, look at that value. The entire compartment is gone. Now we have a perfect funnel, so let's send in the army. The Meteor Golem goes first to tank, followed by the throwers, healers, and the troop launcher. As the army reaches the monolith compartment, I deploy the king and queen near the bomb tower. I activate the queen's ability and drop a totem to distract the defenses, because you can see almost every defense is targeting my army. Next, I place the overgrowth on the lava launcher and the revenge tower. This forces the army to move toward the other side of the base. Now it's time for the Royal Champion. I drop her and activate her ability to trigger the invisibility compartment. Just as planned. She moves right into the middle of the compartment, so I immediately use an invisibility spell to protect her. Thanks to her electro boots, those defenses become much weaker, and she keeps sniping them from long range. The overgrowth wears off, so I use another totem to distract the Revenge Tower and the Guardian. Oh, the enemy clan castle comes out, and it's headhunters. Quick poison spell. The king is about to go down, so I activate his ability for some extra value. And just look at our army. It's still incredibly healthy. I place my final totem to distract the ricochet cannon and the X-bow, and that's another clean, comfortable 3-star. Alright, on to the third attack. This is a very tricky base. Take a look at this rage compartment. It's combined with an invisibility tower, which can easily cause your army to split. But the fireball value is just too good to ignore. I decide to start with a Grand Warden charge from the 3 o'clock side. I deploy the Grand Warden, a Coco Loon, the healers, and the furnace to support the charge. Then I use a rage spell to speed things up because time management is really important. With this army, I usually spend around 30 to 50 seconds on the Warden charge before sending the fireball. Alright, let's be patient here. We're waiting for the Warden to take out the air defense. As soon as it's down, it's fireball time. It's time. Ice block, invisibility, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Whoa, just look at that. The entire middle compartment disappears. Now it's time to send in the main army. The meteor golem leads the way, followed by the throwers and the troop launcher. I drop a totem to distract the defenses and the guardian around the town hall, then send in the headhunters to eliminate the enemy heroes. Next, I place the overgrowth on the fire spitter compartment to reduce the incoming damage. At the same time, I deploy the king and queen behind the town hall to clear the outside and keep the main army moving through the core. The king decides to join the main army, while the queen continues clearing the outside. Perfect timing. The overgrowth expires just as the main army reaches the compartment, allowing them to take down the fire spitter immediately. Now, I send in the royal champion to support the queen on the outside. The enemy clan castle is triggered, so I quickly drop the poison spell. I activate the royal champion's ability, and she starts picking off defenses from long range. Look at that revenge tower. It's trying so hard. I use an invisibility spell to keep the royal champion alive, then place my final totem to distract the revenge tower. We're starting to run a little low on time, so I activate the king's ability to help the main army finish the core. And wow, just look at our army. They're still incredibly healthy. Perfect timing, a smooth finish, and another comfortable 3-star. And that's it for today's video. I hope this guide gives you a better understanding of how I use the TH18 Fireball Smash in Legend League. In future videos, I'll go into even more detail and explain how I read each base. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy clashing!